Now, good evening, everybody. You don't know me and I don't know you, but as you probably realise, you're here to do a lecture and work and learn about the English language. So, on the way here, I thought I'd write a poem. So I've written this poem, and it's called Tiny O'Toole. So get your pencils and papers out, because it's dictation, you know what I mean? Right, I'll do it slow so you can catch up with me. And it's called, as I said, Tiny O'Toole. This is the tale of Daniel Morgan, who had a tiny sexual organ. This gave his girlfriend such a shock when he put their hands on his tiny cock. He laboured hard to find a cure. He polished it with fish manure. He tied it up with bits of string, but still it was a poor wee thing. It was just 1 inch when fully reared. When lying down, it disappeared. It was just by chance they named him Danny. If he'd been half an inch less, they'd have called him Fanny. One day Dan read in the Daily Mail that things called falsies were on sale. For women who had tiny breasts, they wore these things inside their vests, and then went out in the latest fashions to satisfy men's beastly passions. Now Danny said, "I'm no fool. Why can't I make a big false tool?" So he worked all night to make a big false chopper, and he ended up with a great big whopper. It was 12 inches long and made of plastic and would stretch any girl's fanny like elastic. It really was a lovely job, and on its end was a big red knob. Dan tied it up with lots of twine. It did really look rather fine. Lying there beneath his pants, it looked just like an elephant's. The girls all flocked around with glee as they saw the bulge stretching to his knee. No other fellas stood a chance when Dan attended a dance, for when the girls danced with our Danny, his tool kept tickling round their fanny. It's good. I just made it up. You're making me laugh. I was supposed to make you laugh. The girls began to faint and swoon as Danny waltzed them round the room. But what a shock they had in store, for one night dancing round the floor, Danny stopped and loudly cursed. He'd felt the string and strapping burst. Before he reached the nearest seat, his tool was dangling at his feet. His partner gave a strangled sob, then giving an embarrassed cough, she said, "Excuse me, but your cocks fell off." I couldn't describe the scene thereafter, the wisecracks and the scornful laughter. All those girls that Dan had dated now gazed at his cock so deflated. A girl named Sylvia made Dan sick, for she gave his tool a spiteful kick. Poor Danny's screams ran round the hall, for the string was tied round one of his balls. And as he staggered to the door, his poor cock dragged along the floor. Of course, the band by now was almost crackers, while in the gents Dan bathed his knackers. So if you are like poor Daniel's sexual organ, remember, though it's only wee, it's always good enough just to pee. Anyway. Thank you. As I said, gents, earlier on, I'm here to sort of give you an in-depth lecture on the English language. I wonder if you appreciate the English language like what I do. No, seriously. Now, on my way here, I was thinking about how we all talk, you know, and there's a lot of words we all use in everyday language and things. I don't know if a bit of useful knowledge here, but there are 400,000 English words in the English language, and we use them every day, all of us. But there's only 6 you can't use on the TV. And I was thinking, that's a bit funny, because everybody talks, but we can't use these 6 words on the English language. Now that leaves us with 399,994 words that we can use every day, 6 of which we can't use on the telly. Now, do you know what those are? I shall tell you what those are. They're piss, shit, fuck, cunt, motherfucker and cocksucker. No, you can laugh, but these are words that we can't use. And we're told that these are all bad. Now, the English language is rich in double-meaning words. Now, you must remember at school the teacher saying the cock crowed and all the lads went, "Way!" I mean, when I was at school, we always asked the song mistress if we could sing cockles and mussels. So anyway, another double meaning in our rich language has got to be prick. Prick. Now, that's got to be a strange word. As on the TV, you can say, you prick your finger, but you can't say your finger you prick. I like my friend on the left. He's a bit slow, but he gets it in the end. Now, how about that other good old Anglo-Saxon word, fuck? Now, that's a really rich word, that fuck. Run it over in your minds as I say it again. Fuck. Now, we're told that that's a bad word. Now, how can that be a bad word? Fuck. It's the beginning of life, isn't it? I mean, if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be here. It can't be bad, can it? Right? Oh, no, they cry. Naughty word, they say. Yet, on telly, we can see violence every day. Wherever we go, we see violence. The news is full of killings all over the world. We glorify violence on the TV. But we mustn't use the word fuck. We can see people being killed, but we mustn't use the word fuck. Naughty word, they say. Well, I reckon violence is a far worse thing to see. Let's face it. Killing's got to be worse than fucking. It stands... Ask your wife. She'd rather be fucked than killed, wouldn't she? As I said, we glorify violence, and then they're surprised that we're surrounded by violence, which shouldn't come as any surprise at all. We teach our children violence all the time. Kill, kill, kill. Bang, bang. You're dead. Lie down. You're dead. Now, I reckon I'm going to change that. I will cut out the word kill from our vocabulary and put in the word fuck in its place. Now, imagine yourself at home, warm fire, nice and comfy on the sofa, teaching your kids, who fucked cock Robin? Now that's nicer, isn't it? Eh? It's much fairer too. I mean, there's this little red-breasted bird that brings pleasure to all of us, and all they want to do is kill the poor bastard. No, I say fuck it. Oh, let's have more of the little villains. Now let's take films. Violence again. Kill, kill, kill. Cowboy films, westerns, full of violence. Everybody's getting shot. Bang, bang, bang. Now, I'd change that. I'd have the villain riding into town and saying, Sheriff, you fucked my brother. And the sheriff would say, yeah. Now I'm gonna fuck you. And I'm gonna fuck you real slow. Now that's got to be better, hasn't it, right? Now I must confess that I have become a bit of a professor regarding our language and how it's used in the way of comedy. I mean, the normal course of any conversation, lies are bound to creep in. I mean, big lies, small lies, you know what I mean. We've all said them at one time or another. And seeing as I've got such an intellectual crowd here tonight, I thought I'd list them for you. Now, see if you don't agree with me. Here are the most 4 used lies in the world. Now, is the 4th most used lie in the English language has got to be, my wife doesn't understand me. The 3rd has got to be, what's a nice girl like you doing in a place like this? The 2nd most used lie is, your cheque is in the post. And the 1st... and the 1st most used lie is, no, I won't come in your mouth. Now, I mean, we've all said that at one time or another, haven't we, fellas? Now, what I'd like to do is to run you through the English language, using it as richly as I can, you know. And, of course, the best way of doing it is by the way of comedy. Now, I can do this, obviously, with gags to illustrate the way we use the way of talking and play with words. Now, example, 2 doctors walking round a ward. One says to the other, good morning, Nigel. The other says, good morning, Roger. Roger then says, did you tell that Pakistani he was going to die? Nigel says, yes, I did. And Roger says, you rotten cunt, I wanted to tell him. Or this fella who comes walking out the gents' toilet and says to his mate, "Here, George, do you know the difference between a roll of toilet paper and a roller towel?" And George says, "No, I don't." And he says, "So it was you, you little dirty cunt." Anyway, there was this little girl sitting in the park. She's about 7 years old, in a white, frilly dress. Just picture her there, lovely little 7-year-old. And this old man comes walking up to her, you know, dirty old raincoat, beret, and he says, "Would you like a sweetie?" And the little girl says, "Yes, but show us your prick first." Now, it's this little girl walking down the road, you see, and she's walking her dog for a little walk, you see, and she's going down the road. And the vicar sees her and he says, "Hello." She says, "Hello, vicar." He says, "And what's your name?" She says, "Oh, my name's Rosemary." He says, "Oh, that's a lovely name. How did you get the name of Rosemary?" She says, "Well, when I was in Mummy's tummy, Mummy was going to call me Mary after the Virgin Mary." He said, "Oh, that's nice." She said, "But Mummy was sitting in the garden and a rose petal blew onto Mummy's tummy and she thought, oh, she'll call me Rosemary." He said, "Oh, that's lovely. And what's your little dog called?" She said, "Oh, he's called Piggy." He says, "Why is that?" She says, "Oh, he fucks pigs." Of course, the other way to extract a laugh out of you lot is to ridicule or take the piss out of certain characteristics of different nationalities that we all mix with from day to day. And of course, the classic example's got to be the Irish, right? We all know Irish jokes. Now, we can do 3 things with an Irish joke. You going to tell one? Oh, it's just the way he looks. Now, we can tell a quick one about the Irish. Did you hear about the Irishman who bought a pool table? He sent it back after 2 days because the water kept coming through the pockets. Well, then again, you got the obvious story about, a mate of mine joined the army last week, and he was in the queue waiting to be kitted out, and this Irish fella stood next to him, and you see, and the Irish fella said, "What's all this then?" And the mate said, "Well, this is where you get your uniform from, you see." And the Irish fella said, "Why all shouting at all those numbers out for then?" And my mate said, "Well, you got to tell them your measurements, you stand in a pub and they give you a uniform and watch people. It's not long before you'll pick up a gag or whatever. I don't know what we measure." And I was standing in this pub the other night, and these 2 fellas are watching the pub. You're a bit bigger than me, bloody great Alsatian. Whatever I shout out, licking its bollocks. You shout out a size bigger. Like dogs do. I'll do that. And one fella turns to the other and says, "George," and the sergeant says to my mate, and his mate says, "Well, give him a biscuit, he might let you." And the Irish guy says, "Waste." The mate says, 32, 33. Talking of pubs, 15. I was in the States last year, and at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You've licked his bollocks, I know. As I said, talking about that's a very obvious Irish gag, isn't it, right? And they don't have pubs out there. This one's supposed to be a subtle gag. Now, I don't know how subtle you lot are. Look at anyway, I'm sitting there drinking away there. Anyway, minding my own business, and I had these 3 coloured birds. Big. They were talking, you see, and they were comparing their husbands. I like you. I thought, listen to this, you never know, you might pick up a few hints. Hello, Taylor. So one turned around and said, "So if... let's tell a subtle gag." Murphy goes home to his wife and says, "He's got a long jump." Hallelujah. And she says, "Oh, present for me, what is it?" And he says, "A vibrator." And the second bird turns round and says, "What do I want with a vibrator with a prick like yours?" He says, "Well, darling, I'm going to England to work on the roads for 6 weeks, and I thought you might like to use the vibrator whilst I'm away." So he goes to a bit slow, about a week and a half, and phones home. The third bird turns round and says, "How are you getting on?" She said, "Fine, fine." "So how are the kids?" "Oh, they're great, they're great." And one of the birds says, "How are you getting on with the vibrator I gave you?" She said, "Isn't that one of them fancy lickers?" It's not teeth out. Yeah. Or the Irishman, you know, it might be a bit too subtle for you lot, this one. Well, the Irishman wrote a story, and he said, "Dear sir, and if I've been trying your product for the last 3 months, and I still can't ride a bike, pay tax." You are a fancy liquor. I wouldn't think to enjoy it. Think about it. As I said, using the English language, we can illustrate. Now, if you stand in a pub, make fun of all kinds of people, it's not long before you'll pick up a gag or if whatever. We can use comedy as well. And I was standing in this pub the other night, and these two fellas are watching the doing it with stories. You know, bloody great Alsatian. Now, there was these two old people licking its bollocks. The old dears, you know, and they've been there like dogs do. Years, they're about 70, 75. And one fella turns to the other and says, George, I wish I could do that. And his mate says, well, give him a biscuit, he might let you. And I fancy you and all, he said. Talking of pubs, he said, I was in the States last year and I'm back for a coffee mark. I said, yeah, he said, well, let's go back for a You've licked his bollocks, I know. So he says, all right, I'm with you. As I said, talking of pubs, I was in the States last year and they don't have pubs out there. They call them bars. You've got single bars, double bars, whatever. Anyway, I'm sitting there having a few bevvies and minding my own business, and I had these three coloured birds, big long johns, big coloured birds. They were talking, and they were comparing their husbands. Horrible nightshirt that she wears, you never know, you might pick up a few hints. So one turned round and said, I call my man Long John. So she went, what's old man, he never do a 69. You mean a swaz on nerve? She said, yeah. And the second bird turns round and says, swaz on nerve. Calls my man Big Dick, because he's... So half an hour later, after they crawled on top of each other... Wow, he just puts it in and crawls. It's all over and done with, and he's lying there. You're a bit slow. And he moves her ass to one side. He says, the third bird turns around and says, uncle's my way. And one of the birds says, he says, why? Isn't that one of them fancy liquors? The Titanic, isn't it? Yeah. So she turns around and says, what do you mean? We all like drowning, you know. She said, yeah, I suppose it is, but why did you bring it up? He said, well, it's on that bit of paper stuck to your bum. You've met a fancy liquor? You are a fancy liquor. I wouldn't sit next to him there. As I said, using the English language, we can illustrate and make fun of all kinds of things. You can't beat the two typical London drunks, you know, both we can use comedy as well as educate. Now one turns to the other and he says, so I like doing it with stories. Do you like your women with long, there was these two old people, you see, the old dears. And he says, no, I don't. And they've been there 10 years, about 7. And his mate says, with fat, horrible guts. And Joan dance. And he says, no, I don't. Two of them having a dance. And a wrinkly, scabby arsehole. And he says, no, I don't. He said, well, then why are you fucking around with my wife? I said, well, look, he said, we're a bit too old for that. Come back for a coffee, Mark. I said, yeah, he said, well, look, let's go back for a He knows. He says, all right, I'm with you. You've had a scabby arsehole. Go back to his place, he said, now come on, we're a bit too old for this. Fumbling on the bed. Anyway, he says, just take the clothes off. How are you getting on with it now? Getting plenty of it, are you? He says, no, mate, no such luck. Long johns. I'm sick and tired of making love to me right now. She peels them off in the old horrible nightshirt that she wears. Well, don't you play the lover? So they get on the bed. What do you mean, lover? He said, well, don't you kiss her? Fancy doing it? He said, yeah, of course I kiss her when I'm pissed. So she said, oh man, he never said no. 69. He said, you mean this was on nerve? She said, yeah. He said, right, we'll do a swaz on nerve. Yeah, almost. No, I fucking don't. So half an hour later, after they crawled on top of each other... because they love it. It gets them going. It's all over and done with. And he says, you sure? He said, of course it does. It gets them moving. He said, right, I'm going home. I'm going to give that a whirl. And he moves her ass. So he goes home, you see, sniggers her. Pissed as a mute. He climbs the stairs up. Sick all over the cat. He says, it's a shame about the Titanic. He says, blimey, I don't remember eating that. So she turns around and says, what do you mean? He says, all them he goes in and there she is, lying in bed, hair curlers, grease all over her face. Why did you bring it up? He said, well, it's on all her eyebrows, you can't see anything. He kisses her foot. Nothing. Each eyelid Nothing. Now, you can't beat the two typical London drunks, you know, both
so he's kissed her on the nose.
Beers. Now, one turns to the other and he says, "Harry, do you like your women with long saggy tits on the lips?"
And he says, "No, I don't."
And his mate says, "With fat,
You've all done it, haven't you?"
And he says, "No, I don't."
On the chin and a wrinkly, scabby arsehole.
He's kissed both tits.
And he says,
Nothing.
"No, I don't." He said, "Well, then
kissed her
why
on
are
the
you fucking
navel.
around with my wife?"
Nothing. He gets further down, he looks down, he says, "Jesus, there's that fucking cat again. Somebody's cut the poor bastard's throat." Cool. He knows. You've had a scabby arsehole. He said, "I'll give that a miss." Anyway, he says,
So goes a bit further down and kisses
"How
her
are you
on
getting on
each
with it
kneecap.
now? Getting plenty of it, are you?"
And he says, "No, mate."
She opens
no
one of her
such
eyes
luck."
and says,
If that had
"I'm
been a
sick and
pub, you
tired of
bastard,
making
you
love
wouldn't
to
have
me
gone past
right
it.
hand."
And he said, "Well, don't you play the love?"
It's really love her. He said, "Don't you kiss her?" He said, "Yeah, of course I'll kiss her when I'm pissed." He said, "No, don't you kiss her all over?" He said, "All over?" He said, "Almost, no, you don't." He said, "You should do, because they love it, it gets them going." He said, "You sure?" I said, "Of course it does, it gets them moving." He said, "Right, I'm going home, I'm going to give it a will."
Anyway, the same bloke,
So he
thought
goes
he'd
home,
try
see,
different
middle
approach,
of the
see.
night.
Now, we all know
Pisses
how
on
women are really
climbs the stairs
suspicious
up.
characters, aren't they? I mean, you
They
try and be
sit
nice
all
to
over the
them
cat.
and they start being suspicious.
Do you know what I mean?
Anyway,
This
this
is
is
blimey,
blimey, I don't remember eating that. So Harry goes home with a great big bunch of flowers.
"Hello, darling, I'm back."
What does he get?
He goes in and there
I've
she's
got my
lying in
legs for
bed,
those,
hair
haven't I?
curlers, grease
And he
all
says,
over her
"Why,
face.
haven't you got a vase big enough?"
Cut all her eyebrows, you can't see anything. See how it goes. Right, takes his clothes off. He kisses her foot. I bet you waved the wand in
Each
the other
eyelid.
hall. Anyway, now let's take
Nothing.
kids. They're
says
funny,
that
like,
cunt
aren't they?
he was
They're
having
growing
me
up
on.
so fast nowadays.
So he's
They
kissed her
seem
on
to
the
have an
nose.
amazing grasp of life.
Now, as this little boy, he's 9 years old, and he's in...
On the lips,
So this it was about 12.
"You've all done it, haven't you?"
on the
He said,
chin,
"I've come to see one of the ladies of the night." And he's kissed both tits. He said, "I've come to see one of the ladies of the night." So he's kissed her on the navel.
He
He
said,
said, "How old are you?"
nothing.
He said, "I'm not."
He gets further down, he looks down, he says,
He said,
"Jesus,
"You're
there's that
9, and
fucking
you come
cat
to see
again.
one of the ladies of the night." He said,
Somebody's
"Yes,
cut
I
the
have."
poor bastard's throat."
He said, "Cool, why at 9 years old have you got to come and see one of the ladies of the night?" He said, "I want to get a disease."
He said, "I'll give that a miss."
So he goes a bit further down and kisses her on
Coppices.
each kneecap. "No, you want to get a disease at 9 years old?" He said, "Yes."
She opens one of her eyes and
"Do
says,
you know what the disease
"If
is
that had
called?"
been
don't
a
you?"
pub,
He
you
said, "Yes,
bastard,
I
you
know.
wouldn't have gone
Pox."
past it."
He said, 9 years old, do you want to get pox? He said, "Yes, I do." He said, "Well, why do you want to get pox?" He said, "Because I'm going to go home, I'm going to fuck the old girl and give it to her. She's going to fuck my old man, and he's going to get it. He's going to fuck my old lady, she's going to get it. She's going to fuck the guy, and he's the cunt I'm after, because he killed my fucking frog."
Anyway, the same bloke, he thought he'd try a different approach, see? Now, we all know how women are really suspicious characters, aren't they? I mean, you try and be nice to them and they start being suspicious.
Do you know what I
Think
mean?
about it. Anyway, they query everything, don't they? So Harry goes
Now
home with
looking
a great
around
big
amongst
bunch
you,
of flowers.
and the average
"Hello,
age has got to
darling,
be...
I'm back."
What does he get? No, I was
I
going to say
suppose
9.
I've got to open my legs for those, haven't
The
I?
way you look, you've got it.
And he says, "Why, haven't you got a vase big enough?"
It's got it. I'm not looking at you. Sorry.
Anyway, what I was going to say is schools changed. When we were all at school, it was...
I bet you waved the wand and
Nowadays,
the kids can say whatever they like.
Now let's take kids.
Now, the teachers
They're
at school...
funny,
No,
aren't they? They're
children.
growing up so fast nowadays.
Begin to do the alphabet.
They seem to have an amazing
ABC
grasp of life. Now, as this
And
little
she
boy,
says,
you see,
I
he's
want a
9
word
years
beginning
old,
with
and
A.
he's in sewer. There's little Alf in the front going,
this
"Arseholes,
copper comes
this
up.
arseholes." So she ignores him and says, yes. The little girl goes, antelope, miss. Very good.
I've come to see one of the
Now,
ladies
I want
of
a
the night.
word beginning with B.
Bollocks, miss. He said, I've come to see one of the ladies of the night. He said,
So
"How
she
old are you?"
ignores him. Binoculars.
He said, "I'm
very
nine."
good.
He said, "You're 9, and you come to see one of the ladies of the night." Yes.
You know what the next letter is, don't you?
He said, "But
No, I want a
at 9 years
letter.
old,
I want
you've
a
got to
word
come and see
beginning
one
with
of
the
the ladies of the
letter
night." He
C.
said, "I want to get a
Cunt,
disease."
miss, cunt. Bobby, cunt.
Very good. Now, I would like a letter beginning with
You want to
D.
get a disease at 9 years old?
Miss, I know.
Yes.
Oh, miss, I know.
Do you know what the disease
So
is
she's
called?
thinking-
He said, "Yes, I know.
Really dirty,
Pox."
was beginning with D.
All right, Alfie.
He
A
said,
word
9 years
beginning
old, do you
with
want to
D.
get pox?
He
He
said,
said,
"The
"Yes, I
wolf with
do."
a big brick and hairy bollocks."
He said, "Well, why do you want to get pox?" He said, "Because I'm going to go home. I'm going to fuck the old parents
So the
and
teacher
give it to
thought,
her.
well, she better change the subject, you see. She said, well,
She's
children,
gonna fuck my
take
old
out your
man,
school
and
books
he's
and the
gonna get it.
pencils. And he says, I ain't got no fucking pencils.
He's going to fuck my old lady.
I said, no.
She's going to get
It's-
it.
If we're going to talk in the English language,
She's gonna fuck the guy.
I have no pencils.
And he's the cunt I'm
He
after,
has.
because he killed my fucking frog."
He's got the fucking pencils and the rest of it.
So she tried to change the subject
Think
yet
about
again,
it.
see, and she thought, well, okay, children, this general knowledge. This is our
Now
children.
looking around amongst
What do they
you,
put on top of
and
a
the
church
average age has
steeple?
got to be...
And Wendy says,
Oh, where the fuck? I was going to say
very
9.
good, Wendy. And do you
the
know
way
why
you
it's
look,
called a
you've got it.
cock? Now the accent says, let a cunt up
It's
there,
gonna be-
miss, the wind will blow
I'm not
through
looking
it.
at you. Sorry.
Anyway, what I was going to say is that school's changed a bit now, isn't it? Because when we were all at school, it was different.
You're going to stay.
Nowadays, the kids can say whatever they like.
Right?
Yes, now,
Thank you
the
very
teachers
much.
at school, she says,
So
now
during the course of dinner,
begin
all
to do the
time,
alphabet.
and she's got, I like
The
you
ABC
English.
on
You
the
Englishmen are great. And she says,
You
now,
can come here
I want a
anytime you
word
like.
beginning with
Says, "Thank you very
A.
much." So he gets
There's
up
little Alf in the
I
front
must
going,
go.
Arseholes, miss, arseholes.
Can I shake your
So
hand?
she ignores him
Really
and says,
good
yes.
English.
The little girl goes, antelope, miss.
You've been doing
Very
that all
good.
evening. You've been going on about
I
the
want a
English.
word beginning with B.
You took my
Bollocks,
daughter
miss.
out. He said, "Listen, I know her. I just took her out for a drive. You know, brought her back and
So
said,
she
yeah, but
ignores
most
him.
people leave her hanging
Binoculars.
there."
Very good. You know what the next letter is, don't you? Now, I want a letter, I want a word beginning with the letter C.
Yes, well, don't do it on the floor, love. Mind the carpet.
Bobby, cunt.
Now, there's this English bloke, he goes to
the dance.
Very
you see,
good.
He's standing there and he's
Now,
like, you know
I
how
like a
English
letter
dances.
beginning
The
with
birds are at
D.
one end and the fellas at the other end, and he's they're doing a few sherbets.
So she's
and this
thinking,
bird comes over and says,
Really dirty, was beginning with D.
All right,
She says, "I
Alfie,
fancy
a
you."
word beginning with D.
The wolf with a big brick and hairy bollocks.
So she said, yeah, I'll find it.
So they're in the house. She starts playing his cock. I can't drive.
So the teacher thought, well, she better
Oh,
change
won't
the
you
subject,
stop
you
the
see.
car?
She said, well, children,
pulls
take
into
out
the
your
driveway.
school books and the pencils.
She kissed
and
me.
I ain't got no fucking pencils.
I said, no, Alfie, it's...
Touch me.
If we're going to talk in the English language,
So he said,
because I have no pencils, he has no pencils, we have no pencils, you see.
Who's got the fucking
He
pencils
said,
there?
what do you mean? She's getting me here.
Put a finger in. So she tried to change the
So he
subject
puts a finger
yet again,
in, she goes,
see, and she thought, well, okay, children, this general
Put
knowledge.
another finger in.
This is our
She
children.
puts another finger
What do
in.
they put on top of a church?
Put another finger
And
in.
Wendy
Puts
says,
another finger.
"A weathercock, miss."
Very
Put another
good,
finger in, she puts
Wendy.
another finger. And do you know why it's called a cock? And Alfie ups and
Put your
says,
whole
let a
hand
cunt up there,
in."
miss, the wind will blow through it. you know, England's well into student exchanges. We have students coming over here from different countries, and we, of course, send our students over to different countries. You know, when this guy goes over to America on a student exchange.
Puts his whole hand in. She goes,
So he's only been over there about 10 days.
Put your other hand in.
That's great.
So he puts his other hand in. She says,
now, you know what we
clap
do every
hands.
Saturday? I said, what do we do? He said, every Saturday we drive
And
on
he
the border
said,
and we pick the local crumpet up.
I
and give 'em one.
can't. She said, I'm tight, aren't
I
I?
said, how do you do that? He said, well, get yourself an automobile. So everything behind this car. Of course, he wasn't used to driving a big American car. So when they drove over the state line and they
as I
got
said,
there,
we're
he
talking
got
about
the
the,
last
but
comedy and
but
the
being
English language
English
and
didn't
things.
matter.
We can put
Beautiful
into different
birds
things.
that knock out.
You know, kung fu.
She had no legs.
That we've all watched and all that. So being the true
Well,
Englishman,
Grasshopper
he
goes
said,
to see
well,
kung fu.
can I take you for a
And he says,
drive? And she said, oh yeah, you're English. Oh yeah, please. So he picked her up. And he carried her in the car and they're driving along the highway and
She suddenly starts
Thank you,
playing with his
Master.
prick. Do I do?
I said, look, I can't drive when you're playing with my prick.
He says,
I want you, I need
Your
you,
right hand.
I gotta have you. And I say, well, I can't drive.
I'm left-handed, love. I'm doing it for you.
So he pulls over, she says, carry me over to those
Grasshopper.
trees. So he picks her out the car and he carries her over the trees.
Put
She
your
said, there's a
foreskin
fork.
backwards and forwards. Do it,
She
Grasshopper.
said, lift me up there, we can fuck up there. So he's doing it. So he lifts her up the fork tree. That's a great fuck. Lovely. Smashing. Lifts her down, puts her back in the car, so I better drive you home. She said, oh, great. So he drives her home.
faster, Grasshopper.
When he gets home, there's Dad. Pacing up and down outside.
And faster, Grasshopper. He said, yes, Master, but Master, when do I stop? He said, when your eyes are like
Oh
mine.
man, you brought her home. You're English. Can I shake the hand of an English man? Yes, of course. Oh, you've got to come in for a drink.
Here's a little quickie
So
one.
he carries his daughter in.
I like quickies.
He said, you're really
The
English?
little puff, you know,
Yes,
he's
yes,
at home
Can I shake
and
the hand of an Englishman?
he's looking at himself in the mirror and he's doing his eyelashes.
You're going to stay
and
at
he's
dinner,
doing his
aren't you? We're
eyebrows.
going to have
And he
dinner,
suddenly gets a
aren't you? You're gonna
fucking
stay.
great erection.
Yes, thank you very much.
So he
During
looks
the
down
course
and
of
says, all right, dear, no
all
need
the
to get
time.
excited, it's only me.
You can come here at any time you like. So he gets
All these two sailors,
must
fresh
be.
off the boat, straight in the fucking
Can I-
gents.
Can I shake
They're
their
in there,
hands?
you
It's
see.
really
It's all this noise going, oh,
You've been doing that all evening.
And the boy on the
About
beach
Englishman.
going,
He says,
what's
yeah, but
all this
you
going on?
took my
So
daughter out. And he says,
yes,
said,
I know.
So he goes in the-
I just took her out for a drive.
and, you know, and I brought her
So he
back.
kicks
and he
open
said,
the
yeah,
door,
but
and
most
there's
people
this
leave her hanging
sailor,
there.
trousers bent over, head in the pan, but his arse facing up. And his friend's got his finger up his butt.
He said, I'll call you out.
Can you? I said, what do you mean? Yes, well, don't do it on the floor,
He
love.
said,
Mind the
"You're one of
carpet.
them, aren't you?"
What's she talking
Now,
about?
there's this English
bloke. He goes to
Fucking
dance.
homosexual.
You see him standing there.
So I'm taking
you
you
know,
our English
no,
dances.
no,
The
my
birds are at
friend's
one end and the
feeling ill.
fellas at the other end.
Is
and,
that too
he's
much to
standing
drink?
doing a few sherbets.
What are you
and
talking about,
comes over and
I'm
says,
trying to make him sick.
"I fancy you."
He said, how can you make him sick with your finger
"You're
up
gonna
his
take me
bum?
home, aren't you?"
He said,
So
well,
I said,
you'll
"Yeah,
be
I'll
sick when I
drive
put
you
my
home."
finger
So
in
they're
his
in the car.
mouth. Oh, won't you stop the car? So he pulls into the driveway. He said, kiss me. Touch
Now
me.
there's this lion. Now you know lions. And this lion is in the jungle, you see, and he's fed up. Every time he's walking
said, "What do you
down his
mean? She's
hunting
down
patch,
there."
He's treading in shit. So he touches his
Put a
Everywhere he
finger
goes,
in.
He's in shit.
So he puts
So
the
he
finger in.
calls all
She
the
goes,
animals together.
"Oh."
He said, "Listen, brothers."
Put another finger in. She puts another finger in.
Reminiscent of somebody we know. He said, "Listen,
Put another
brothers.
finger in. She puts another
I'm
finger.
fed up with walking in shit." He said, "Now,
Put another
I'm
finger
the
in.
king
She
of the
puts another
jungle, and
finger.
we're all going to shit in one
Oh.
place.
Put
Right?
your
No
whole
more
hand
shitting
in.
where you want to shit. You shit in one place." So there was some. Now we'll get the latrines worked out. We all shit there, right? So they all got the shat. Whatever. giraffes, they all went and shat down. Now this is little zebra, you see, he's just walking through the jungle.
You know what it's like.
He sees this tree monkey having a
puts his
shit.
whole hand in. She goes, oh, you can't shit.
Put your other hand in.
Fucking lie, will have you?
So
I don't care.
puts his other hand in, she says,
can't, he'll kill you.
clap hands.
He said, look, we've been told
And he
where
said,
we can go. You can't.
I can't. She said, I'm tight, aren't I?
I don't care.
Yesterday, I went to where we're all supposed to go and shit, and I'm sitting there shitting, and this bloody gorilla came
Right,
up.
now,
And he's
as
had
I
the
said,
shit.
we're
So he
talking
looks
about
at me
the,
and he said, "Have
comedy
you got any
and
diseases?"
the English language.
And I said,
things.
"What do
We
you
can
mean?"
Put it into
He said, "Have you
different
got
things.
pox?
You know, kung fu.
You know, warts,
that we've all watched.
acne, or anything like that? Piles?" And I said, "No." And he picked me up. What?
Well,
You
grasshopper
fucking arse
goes
with
to
me. Now this is Tramp, you see, and he's sitting down.
He said, thank you, master.
He's sitting down, minding his own business
I
on
do?
the road.
And he says, take
Like all the tramps do.
your
you
right
see,
hand.
all the fucking walks all over him. The pebbles are coming out, his nose
I'm
is
left-handed,
bleeding.
love. I'm
everything.
doing it for you.
He's sitting there going... So he takes his prick in his right hand.
Oh, grasshopper.
And this lovely dolly bird walks past him in the
Pull your
miniskirt.
foreskin backwards.
It's a
and
real tight
forwards.
miniskirt. No tights.
Do it, grasshopper. He said, yes, master.
So he's just a miniskirt. And he goes,
Faster, grasshopper.
yes, master. So he thinks, I'll follow that.
Faster, grasshopper.
So she goes and stands at the
And faster,
bus stop, and
grasshopper.
she's standing there looking ever so lovely, you see. And a bus comes and she gets on the bus.
Faster,
She goes,
grasshopper. He said, yes, master, but master, when do I stop? He said, when your eyes are like mine.
She sits down. Sits down next to him. She goes, "Where's this guy?" They're jumping about in his hair. Things are jumping about. He's looking really bad. His nose is... I like
And
cookies.
Well, he's a cook, you know, he's home. And he's
And he
looking
sits
at
there and
himself
he's
in the
looking
mirror.
at the
and he's
bird
doing
and
his
she's trying to
eyelashes.
pretend that he's not there.
Suddenly it's a fucking bloody
So he gets this old newspaper. I mean, you know, like so he looks down.
It's all right, dear. No need to get excited. It's only green.
Red roll. It must be 2 weeks old. And he opens it up, and there's
What he's
a
two
bit of
saying is
bacon
fresh
fresh
off
off
the
the
green.
bone.
Straight in the fucking jar.
It's stuck. They're in there.
To the
you see.
bloody
It's all
roll.
this noise going, oh, and he squeezes it down, and the boy on the beat is going, and he looks at this bird and he says, I suppose the fuck's out of the question. So he kicks out the door, and there's this sailor, trousers down, bent over, head in the pan, but his arse facing up. And his friend's got his finger up his butt. Now, if you want to impress a bird, now most people, when they
What
go
you
up,
need?
they want to impress a bird, they say,
Hello,
he said, you're one of them, aren't you?
Do you
What
fuck?
you talking about? He said, you're one of them fucking animals. And they say, no, and you say, taking
Do you mind lying on the floor while I
my
have
friend.
fun? Is that too much to drink?
What are you talking about, too?
I'm trying to make him thick.
But a great way of pulling
He said,
a
how
bird
can
is
you
to
make
say,
him sick with your finger up his
Of course,
bum?
you know about the nuts.
He said, well, he'll be as
and they
thick
say,
when I put my finger in his mouth.
So look, let me try it with you.
What are you going to do?
So look,
If I've got nuts on the wall,
now there's this lion.
well done,
Now, you know lions
Marv.
are the king of the jungle.
If I've got nuts on my chest, what have I
And
got?
this lion's in the jungle, you see. And he's fed up. Every time he's walking down his hunting patch, he's trimming shit.
And he says, if I've got nuts on my chin,
Everywhere
what
he
have I
goes,
got?
he's in
She
shit.
goes, Chin.
So he calls all the
No,
animals
big
together
prick
and
in
says,
your
listen,
mouth."
brothers. Then they thought, so we know. He said, listen, brothers, I'm fed up with walking in shit. He said, now, I'm the king of the jungle, and we're all going to shit in one place. Right? No more shitting where you want to shit. You shit in one place. At the gym. So they all
We've all
said,
been to gyms and
yes,
she's at the
yes,
gym, you
whatever
see.
it is. Now,
And
we'll
then
get
the
to the
corner is
trees. worked out.
great
We all
black
shit
man,
there,
so
right?
he's pushing up
So they all went and shat there.
70, 80
whatever they were. Elephants, giraffes, they all went and
she's
shat
sweeping
there.
up. She says, Ian,
Now this is little zebra, you
You're
see,
a
he's
big
just
man,
walking
aren't
through the
you?
jungle and he suddenly sees this
Yes,
tree
I
monkey
am.
having a shit.
She said, you can't
How come you're so
there.
big?
He said, "Good, I
Fucking lie will have you.
exercise.
So I don't care. You can't, he'll kill you. How tall are you? He said, look, we've been told where we can go. You can't. He said, I don't care. Look. So she carries on. Rabble.
I don't care. He said, yesterday,
How big are you?
I went to where we're all supposed to go and shit, and I'm sitting there shitting,
29 inches.
and this bloody gorilla came up,
29 inches.
and he's had a shit, and he looks at me, and he said, have you got any diseases? And I said, what do you mean? He said,
Yeah.
you got pox,
How
you know,
big's your
warts,
chest?
acne or anything like that, piles? And I said, no, and he picked me up. What? Just fucking ask with me.
She's got a chest like a daddy. How do you know? Now this is Tramp, you see, and he's sitting down. He's sitting down, minding his own business.
How
on
big's
the
your
road.
cock?
Like all the tramps do, you see. He's got all the fucking
This
warts
is
all
3
over him.
inches.
The pimples are coming out, his nose is bleeding. Everything. 3 inches, all the exercise, you do all them arm muscles and things, and your cock's only 3 inches. Yeah, but that's from the ground. And this lovely Dolly bird walks past him in a mini-skirt. A real tight mini-skirt. No tights. Just a mini-skirt. I did hear about the lady, she wanted to get her daughter into the show business, so she goes to see this lady who happens to be ever so lovely. Not that I've got anything against
And
being
the bus
Jewish.
comes and she gets on the bus and she goes upstairs.
He said, what's so special about your act? She said, my daughter.
And she sits down and she's
What do
all
you mean your
alone and
daughter?
he sits down next to her, you see. And there's this guy.
They're jumping
Please,
about in his
can
hair.
I just show you the act?
Things are jumping
Make it
about.
quick, 'cause
He's
I've got
looking
no time.
really bad.
Yeah,
His
very
nose
quick,
is
love.
So the little girl, she's back there, eyes on the face, on the eyes on the floor. Pisses in the ear. And he sits there and he's looking at the bird and she's trying to pretend he's not there. And then from nowhere,
So he gets his
a
old
ping-pong
newspaper.
ball. I mean, you know, like 3 years old, and he opens it up and there's this is flicked on top of this red
spray
roll.
of piss.
It must be 2 weeks old. And the piss goes up
And he opens it up
and
and
there's
down.
the bit of bacon, it's all green. And the head's stuck. It's stuck. And
To the
suddenly
bloody roll.
the ping pong ball
And he
disappears up the
squeezes it
9-year-old's
down
cup.
and
This is great.
And he looks at this
Marvellous.
bird and he
I
says, I
like it.
suppose the fuck's out of the question.
Bloody great. He says to the mother, do you do any acts? He said, yes, I do the same, but I use cooking. Bloke goes to see the doctor and says, Doctor. Now, if you want to impress a bird, now most people, when they go out and they want to impress a bird, they say, every time I eat carrots, I shit, do you fuck? And they say, no, and you say, well, every time I'm lying on the floor while I have one. Well, every time I eat peas, I shit peas. He said, what do you suggest? The great way of pulling a bird is you say, of course you know about the nuts. And they say, nuts. So well, let me try it with you. Now did you hear about this guy that picked up a prostitute? Nuts on the wall. And he said, how much? She said, 10 quid. And that's cheap, isn't it? You'd know about it. You like that? Well done, marvellous. If I've got on top of my chest, what a very scary chest. And she says, blimey, you're taking your time. And he says, yeah. And he says, if I've got nuts on my chin, what have I got? 12 months. Chin. And she says, well, where have you been? You know, in the nick? And I said, no, been in the LBD. She says, what's the grab like? Because I'm going in tomorrow. Losing money in my car, but he's saying, how can we get money? Now, to get the youth club. There's this very famous cowboy, very famous. And his son
what a
is
good idea.
fatally injured, so they get the big prick contest in a
advertise it.
motor car on the radio.
Nobody
And
turns
so
up.
he's put into hospital.
And he's
So it's about
bandaged
15
from
minutes
head
before
to
they
foot.
close, you see. And
So he's flown there
they're
by
all
helicopter
disillusioned. There's no good. Straight to the thing, you see. And he comes in. And he goes to his son and he says, "Son,
Am I right? Yes, yes.
I
yes,
hear
yes,
you're going
yes,
to
coming.
the happy hunting ground."
She said, oh,
He says,
I
"I
sure
sure
am,
am,
Dad. He said, well, I know.
So he said, "Right there, I'm
You're
3
going
foot
to
6."
take it. She goes, oh. He said, I sure am,
listen,
Dad. He
what's your
said,
name,
well,
your
son,
address?
Okay, we'll let you know.
I'm your dad.
And there's another
Give
5
me
minutes,
a
nothing
dying
happens.
wish
Well,
on the
Dad,
door.
The Irishman.
You've been in all these
right for the
movies
big
and
prick
you
contest.
Yes, you are. I said,
Where
I
do I
said,
put the
what?
fucking thing?
On the
You've
table,
never been
sir.
dirty. He said, "What do you
Right
want
there,
me
Arnie,
to
put fucking
do?"
six.
What? This big massive thing goes on the
It's,
table. So she measures it up. So thinking, what's your name, your
He said,
address?
well,
and
Dad,
nothing. I've seen it in
30
these
seconds.
movies, and before the door was going to be closed,
You know,
there is
when
the
you came on,
pounding.
the cavalry were there, and then
On the door,
cavalry
and
bit
there
the
is
Indians.
this 7-foot fucking Indian cunt.
All right for the big prick.
When the Second World War started, you
Yes, come
you
this
beat
way.
the
Yes,
there you are, honey.
Japs. 2250.
And then so marvellous. Thank you very much. He said, of course, Dad, when it came to the Vietnam thing,
You don't have your ball.
Vietnam,
Yes, I have. The
commie
missus is bringing them round
bastards.
with the cops.
He said, you beat them single-handed.
I said, I fucking did.
He said, well, Dad, it's like the old
I want you to be
doing the cleaning
dirty.
at the gym. He said, you want, we've all been to gyms.
Me to
at the
be
gym,
dirty?
you see. And then in the corner,
Just
there's this
that
massive
massive
great
great
black
black
man. I want you to have a
pushing
wank,
up
Dad,
this.
and 70, 80-pound weights. And come all over my bandages.
Yeah.
You're a big man, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
And he said, you want me
Sit
to have a wank
so
and come all okay? I said,
Exercise.
okay. So there he is, standing in the old...
How tall are
doing a
you?
big wrist off.
6 foot.
And he comes all over the bandages. And just then the nurse opens the door.
So she carries
"Oh,
on
mister,
sweeping, you see. and she
what are
comes
you
in.
doing that
Yeah.
for?" And he says, "I've come from my
How big
boy."
are your bandages? 29 inches.
Anyway, there's this little poem. I thought I'd leave you all
Yeah.
with. And it
How big's
says,
your chest?
if you work
Is it my chest?
and do your
That's
best,
58 inches.
you'll get the sack like all the rest.
She's got a chest that's 58
But if
inches.
you laze and
How do
fuck
you
about,
know?
you'll live to see the job right up.
58 inches. You're a big man. Yeah, plenty of exercise.
The job is hard, the pay is small.
Yeah.
So take your time and fuck 'em all.
How big's your car?
Because when you're dead, you'll be forgot. So don't try and do the fucking lot.
This is 3 inches.
Or on your tombstone, neatly lacquered.
She said
These
3 inches,
three
all that
words.
exercise, you do all them
Just
arm muscles and things, and your cock's only 3 inches.
Yeah, but that's from the ground. Good night, fellas. Thank you. You're doing great over there. Did you hear about the lady? She wanted to get her daughter into the show business, see? So she goes to see this agent, who happens to be my boy. Not that I've got anything against being Jewish. I'm saving up. He said, what's so special about your ex? She said, my daughter. He said, what do you mean, your daughter? He said, my daughter's marvellous. She's smashing. He said, what do you mean? He said, well, can I just show you the act? He said, well, make it quick because I've got no time, you know, just do it quick, love. So the little girl, she's about 9, she lies on the, takes all her clothes off, lies on the floor, and pisses in the air. And then from nowhere, a little ping pong ball is flicked on top of this spray of piss. And the piss goes up and down. And the agent is fascinated. And suddenly the ping pong ball disappears up this 9-year-old's cunt. He says, great, marvellous, I like it. Bloody great. And he says to the mother, do you do any acts? He said, yes, I do the same, but I use coconuts. The bloke goes to see the doctor. He says, Doc, I'm worried. And the doctor says, what's the matter? He says, well, every time I eat carrots, I shit carrots. And the doctor says, yes. And he said, well, every time I eat cabbage, I shit cabbage. He says, yes. He said, well, every time I eat peas, I shit peas. And he goes, yes. He said, what do you suggest? And he said, well, I suggest you eat shit. Now, did you hear about this guy that picked up a prostitute? And he said, how much? She said, 10 quid. And that's cheap, innit? You'd know about that, because you like that, you know what I mean? Anyway, so he's on top of her and he's giving a very slow fuck. And she says, blimey, you're taking your time. And he says, yeah, I know. I haven't had a bird for 12 months. And she says, well, where have you been, you know, in the nick? And he says, no, I've been in the LVD clinic. She says, what's the grab like? Because I'm going in tomorrow. Now, there's this very famous cowboy, very famous. And his son is fatally injured in a motor car accident, you see. And so he's put into a hospital and he's bandaged from head to foot. So he's flown there by helicopter straight to the thing, you see. And he comes in and he goes up to his son and he says, son, I hear you're going to the happy hunting ground. He says, I sure am, Dad. He said, well, I know. You're going to take it like a man. He said, I sure am, Dad. He said, well, son, I'm your dad. Give me your dying wish. I said, well, Dad, you've been in all these movies and you've never been dirty. He said, what? He said, no, you've never been dirty. He said, what do you want me to do? He said, well, Dad, I've seen you in these movies, and you know, when you came on, the cavalry were there, and the cavalry beat the Indians. The fucking Indian cunts. Yeah, I know that, but you see, when the Second World War started, you beat the fucking Japs, and then he said, of course, Dad, when it came to the Vietnam thing, the commie bastards. He said, you beat him single-handed. I said, I fucking did. He said, well, Dad, I want you to be dirty. He said, you want me to be dirty? I said, just that. He said, what do you want me to do? He said, I want you to have a wank, Dad, and come all over my bandages. And he said, you want me to have a wank and come on? Okay, okay. So there he is, standing in the old, he's doing a big wrist off. And he comes over the bandages, and just then the nurse opens the door and says, oh, mister, what are you doing that for? And he says, I've come for my boy. Anyway, there's this little poem I thought I'd leave you all with. And it says, if you work and do your best, you'll get the sack like all the rest. But if you laze and fuck about, you'll live to see the job right out. The job is hard, the pay is small, so take your time and fuck 'em all. 'Cause when you're dead, you'll be forgot, so don't try and do the fucking lot. Or on your tombstone, neatly lacquered, these 3 words, just fucking knackered. Good night, fellas. Thank you. You've been a great audience.